I think the most fair thing that we can do is NA, NA, Europe, NA, NA. That is the order that we're gonna go for. Because Harstem will have around similar ping to me to the American servers, which is 110. Astrea is in California, so if we play on US East, which may be US Central right now apparently, you're gonna get 110, so you have like 30 ping less. So doing 4 out of 5 games with a tiny bit of a ping deficit and 1 game with a big ping advantage, I think it's pretty fair. So that is how we're gonna do it. Thank you to Moritori for the 1-year anniversary with Twitch Prime. I appreciate it, mate. So, Harstem is also confirming that apparently US East no longer exists and it's just Central now. Even though they say it's East, but it's not really East. So I think NA, NA, EU, NA, NA is a very fair way to do it. Fun PvP coming up. I think Harstem has always been an excellent PvP player. As they are vetoing right now and it's PvP, so I can talk to you guys about it. But I don't think anybody's truly interested. We can take a little look at the history between these two. I think this is going to be a very fun match. Harstem and Astrea obviously both had some success in Home Story Cup, but they don't play a lot against each other, even though they've been around forever. Historically, Astrea has done very good, but as you guys can see, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1, and 1-0. Not too many games, and it's always been very close. Let's hope it's going to be very close tonight as well. Harstem is asking if Astrea is on US West. Harstem should know where Max Angel lives. Huh? That man is cooking from San Diego, California. I think it's going to be fun. I think PvP has a lot of potential. Harstem has always been a very macro-oriented PvP player. And I think Astrea is as well. I said this once, I think, during a Home Story Cup cast. And Astrea is just the kind of guy that likes to have fun when he plays StarCraft. It's not always about what he thinks is really the best. He just wants to have fun, do builds that he enjoys. And then he executes them at a very high level. Maybe Astrea is minorly favored, but I think Kev can do it. Just like I think Astrea can do it. Should be a good one. And that is going to be the end of a very long StarCraft day. And obviously I will be here back tomorrow, guys. We'll go live very early, play a couple ladder games. And then we are going to enjoy the Masters Coliseum, where the Italian Stallion will be playing, but in the second series of the day. First, Dark against Hero. And then the winner of that series is going to duke it out with Rainer. To determine who has the pleasure of playing a best of 9 with Saru on Sunday. Easy prediction. 2024 is the year of Harstem. I have no idea what that is all about. Good news, everyone. Seems like I don't know. Let's slow down a little, mate. Let's do that. Shout out to my team, BASILISK, for giving us 10 more subbies. And apparently one of them is Naniwa, guys. Look at Naniwa lurking in the shadows. Ready for some higher level PvP. And we are going to try to make that Naniwa against Stefano match happen one day. Naniwa said that he's down. Stefano, I think, is always down. He owes me a couple favors anyway, so... One day, hopefully we can see that Naniwa against Stefano match in the year 2024. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. But we'll worry about that by the time that it is going to happen. Should get Hawk against Hydra. I don't think that would be competitive. I think Hawk would be quite a bit better, mate. He has still played very recently. Astrea is ready. Harstem is ready. And we're going to kick things off on Oceanborn for map 1. No, 69. I have not. It's a reference to Anchorman. Will's vagina is Ron Burgundy's translation of San Diego. I have never heard that, mate. I was very confused about that. I have gone to San Diego a couple of times in my life. I think it's a very beautiful city. And I do really like San Diego. And if I could ever choose between San Diego and LA, I will pick San Diego any day of the week. And I think anybody who's gone to both cities would probably agree with that.
Let's get it on. Round 1, fight.
Here we go, Oceanborn, and we're gonna kick things off rather spicy immediately as we have a pylon going up in the back of the main. Does that mean he's gonna cannon rush, guys? In the bottom right side, we are looking at the main base of Max Angel, Astrea. He is not gonna cannon rush. He's just gonna go for the weirdest gateway placement ever. And that is his good right, guys. This is America, freedom. He can build his gate wherever the hell he wants. In the top left side, we are looking at the main base of the captain himself. Can I get some 07s in the chat for the man who's been representing the Shopify Rebellion for quite some time right now? This is Harstem. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking the moment you see this. And that is, can't you just build 2 adepts and kill all the probes? It is not that easy. Now, there is a reason why Protoss players wall off, and that is because you have to respect adepts potentially making it into the main and killing probes. But if somebody does this on purpose, they obviously have a plan on dealing with the adepts, which is a bit similar to a hero and his terrible wall offs with the pylon, where people often called it bait. Earlier today, Solar looked at that wall off and said, I'm gonna bailing bust it. Bailing bust did not work. The wall off was bait. And this kind of an opening can be bait as well, where maybe Harstem was planning to open up with Stalkers, then you see this and you're like, should I just go Adepts? And then your Adepts don't do anything. So, it could be bait. I still think with a wall off like this, you are in trouble against builds like 8 Adepts and double Oracle. That is actually a freaking nightmare to deal with if you open up like this. But Astrea's not worried, and if he's not worried, then I'm not worried. Let's just see how this first game plays out. Mentioned it a few times, but for everybody who will only see this part of the VOD, the servers are going to be NA, NA, Europe, NA, NA. Harstem has a bit more ping on the American server, but Astrea is going to have a lot more ping on the European server. So that is the most fair way to do it, so that's the way we're going to do it. Harstem has built a pylon on the top side of the map, and he has scouted a little bit with his probes, but he hasn't really gone all the way into the main. So Harstem actually doesn't know anything about this wall off. Needs to be careful here as the Stalkers are going to high-five each other in the center of the map. Harstem is not paying attention. Astrea gets the first shots off, and that means that Astrea could have taken that fight. However, obviously we are so close to the main base of Harstem that is not something that Astrea really wants to commit to. But Astrea apparently does want to commit to, guys, is a Twilight Council as part of the wall off, and Harstem, his probe cannot see it. What Harstem, his probe did see is 2 more Stalkers, and he is gonna go for a Robo, which I think is technically the best thing that he could ever do here. But even if you're gonna go Robo, that doesn't mean it's a guaranteed win against a 1 base Blink Stalker all in, question mark, pressure, aggression. Harstem is checking here with his probe. He sees this pylon. This pylon to me would scream DTs. If I was Harstem, I'd be like, oh my god, is he going for like the quickest possible DTs? And now this actually could come back to haunt him, because I would be very surprised if Harstem does not go Observer first here. I kind of feel with the scout and the info that he has, he needs to go Ops first, unless he can catch a glimpse of all these Stalkers, but he hasn't seen these Stalkers. He's going to get another Sentry. No, he's going to go Immortal. Sick. Okay. Well, I don't know how he makes that call, but it is the right call. He has seen 4 Stalkers, and maybe it's because of 4 Stalkers. Maybe okay, now this Adept is obviously going to give him confirmation that Immortal is the right call. We're going to get a second battery, but Blink is going to finish up in the near future. Astrea is taking a little sneak peek with one of his units. The first game here in the main event is going to be short and sweet. Astrea is going to absolutely send it. 1 base Astrea against 2 base Harstem. You know what would be cool, by the way, guys? Shout out to Naji and Leot. A hallucinated Immortal here. I think a hallucinated Immortal would be sick. And Harstem, maybe, I'm just going to assume, has been watching that best of 45. And oh my goodness, the forward blink goes on top of the hallucinated Immortal. Those are the big brain plays we look for in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. Up, and Astrea fully went for it. Gets the fake one, doesn't get the real one. And the captain is absolutely cooking over here in game 1. An 8-worker lead in the next expand. That could not have worked out any better for the man from the Shopify Rebellion. Picture perfect, guys. Picture perfect play by Harstem. Well done. And Astrea, that's just one of these moments, guys, where you're like, He got me, you know. Sometimes you just have to give props to your opponent and you're just like, well, I got bamboozled. He got me. On that note, I have a fantastic clip for you guys after this game. Because I have found all of my old clips and I want to show them to you guys. And I think you guys will love this clip. So while we end game 1 and we get ready for game 2, I have a clip for you guys. Just remind me if this game ends. I won't forget. I think a lot of you guys have not seen this clip and it's a very cool play. Not my play. I am the one who got bamboozled. Astrea is gonna try to expand, but that is a little bit of a pipe dream, to be completely honest. Harstem is so far ahead. He's got an 11 worker lead. And he's got triple immortal. I mean, he's just cooking. Could not have gone any better for the captain, guys. Very smart play. Beautiful. Beautiful positioning. Beautiful execution. Great scouting. And that is sometimes what it all comes down to. It's always nice when a plan comes together. Ain't that right? Astrea has warped in a couple of sentries and he is gonna drop some force fields, but you know, it doesn't really matter how good they are. These immortals are just marching on. Like, how are you gonna stop the 4 immortal pain train? Not even Alpha Star could micro his way out of it. And definitely not Sharkbot. Harstem is gonna play it slow and steady though. He says, you know what, let's just go up to 3 bases and take it from here. Of course, the longer the game goes on, the more likely it is that maybe Astrea can make a great comeback. But I don't really see it yet, because Harstem is just so far ahead, has a much stronger army. He's going to have a much stronger army for a very long time. Kills another Stalker. And I think the moment he's got Blink, he's going to have a War Prism. He's going to go to the other side of the map. Is niet te hopen, Ducky. That's 4 adapts. Do shade into the back of the main. This is actually pretty good by Astrea. As he grabs 6 workers, but he's gonna need a whole lot more than 6 workers. Shout out to Leon, or Leon, for the 9 months. Leon in Dutch, Leon in English. Appreciate it, mate. Harstem says, hey, nice move with the adapts. Would you mind it if I copy it? Astrea's like, well, kinda. Harstem, however, doesn't get that much yet, though. Gets 2, make it 3, maybe 4. Astrea is trying to make something happen on the other side of the map. Does snipe a Stalker, but I mean, this is so far behind, guys. Look at this graph, as Nickelback told us a very long time ago. I'm looking at it, and that graph is no different than the hips of Shakira. They absolutely do not lie. I've seen them, I've studied them, we've analyzed them, and we came to the conclusion that nothing about this graph is fake news. Harstem says, alright, that's enough fun and games. I've got Blink right now. It is my time to shine. You had your moment in the early game, but you blew it. You went for the fake immortal. But it's time for the real immortals to show up. Astrea does have 2 immortals as well, guys, but Harstem is going to deliver a forward Blink, and he says, this is how we do it. Shield battery is not totally done yet. Astrea is going to pull the probes, but nothing is going to save him here. The captain will take the 1-0 lead, guys. It is inevitable. Doesn't really matter what Astrea does here. The army of Harstem is just too damn big. Too damn powerful. 1 immortal has fallen. The other 3 are going strong. GG gets called. Harstem takes the 1-0 lead. And on the note of great plays, I have a great play for you guys. Where somebody really got me. And I was like, you know what? If you got me, you got me. That was a good play. I'm trying to find it. Alright, here we go. Are you guys ready for this? It's a great clip. Young Roddy. Young Roddy playing against Fantasy. Korean Terran legend.
The minerals have up and gone.
Yeah.
Are we? Pretty good bait, not gonna lie.
You know, sometimes you just gotta give it to them. Sometimes they get you, right? There's nothing you can do. I think I have a good face in that clip. Alright, game 2. Harstem against Astrea coming up. Oops. I'm gonna try again. Astrea is ready for game 2. Harstem is ready for game 2. Harstem with a great hallucinated immortal taking the 1-0 lead. I mean, Starcraft is a competitive game and we all want to do well, but it doesn't hurt to every now and then give it to your opponent. If they get you, right? It is what it is. Round 2.
Round 2. Fight!
And this man got jebaited by that hallucinated immortal. In the top left side, going for the 1 base Blink Stalker all in the very first game. It did not work out. Representing Matcherino Esports, this is Astrea, Max Angel. On bottom right side, a perfect build and even better execution by the captain from the Shopify Rebellion. 07's in the chat, brings him good luck, that's what I've heard. The Dutchman, the tallest, most handsome and best Dutch Protoss player that is named Kevin. It is Harstem. And Astrea, guys, is inspired by Max Packs as he goes for a low ground pylon and a low ground gateway. Harstem did not scout basically at all, right, in the previous game. He went for a fake pylon. He did scout corners of the map. He scouted for proxies. But what Harstem did not do in the opening match of this best of 5 is send a probe to the other side of the map. Now he is going to do that by the looks of it here in game 2. Or is he? Or is he? He went for a fake pylon in game 1. He might go for a real proxy pylon in game 2. And at this point we could start running the speed running the main event. Don't forget, guys, that game 3 will be played on the European server. The first 2, Astrea has a ping advantage. If Harstem would take a 2-0 lead here, he could immediately close it out on yo. But look at Astrea, baby, that's a scout. That is a scout and a half. The probe in the center of the map. Sees the probe of Harstem on patrol. Sees the pylon as well. That is big. Especially considering the fact that he is going for the 1 gate fast expand build. And Harstem is going to see this now, and he's probably going to think like, damn it, I should have still gone for it. If I wanted to go for a triple gate, or a 4 gate, or a proxy robo, I should have still gone for it. He will, well, he's going to drop a Twilight Council instead. Maybe Harstem has been watching my stream. Recently, I had a few games where I went for a 1 base Twilight opening, and what I would do is I would take this Nexus, and then you get pylons and batteries here. So you can apply 1 base Blink Stalker pressure and blink back to your own batteries, and you don't have to worry about Void Rays forever. It would be omega cool if Harstem does that, but I don't think he has been watching my stream, and I don't think he's going to do that. I don't know if he's going to full send it, or if he's just going to try to like force out a massive overreaction on the side of Astrea. Astrea, by the way, I thought he had a Stargate on the way. Am I crazy? He had a Stargate on the way, right? Harstem scouted the Stargate, but the moment that the probe has left, Astrea cancels the Stargate and goes robo. Okay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Good stuff. As the captain is doing his best to hide what he is doing. But yeah, where last game, obviously Harstem had a 2-gate expand with Immortals. Astrea now is going to have a 1-gate fast expand, but he will have Immortals. And what if he makes a sentry? And he gets the hallucinated Immortal too? Wouldn't that be something? Harstem's fake adept does not see the robo, by the way, guys. Harstem's fake adept does not see the robo. So Harstem, the last thing he saw was a Stargate. And since he hasn't seen an Oracle, he probably assumes maybe he went Void Ray. But now he's going to see an Immortal, and he's like, oh, really? An Immortal? Yes, an immortal. Honestly, going to be hard for Harstem, I think, but it's not impossible. 4-gate Blink Stalker off one base does hit fast and hard. And with only one immortal, you're always going to be in trouble. With 2 immortals and a good battery overcharge, you have a chance. Target fire of immortals is so important. Adepts are pretty tanky units, and you don't want ever to see your immortals shoot at adepts. That was a terrible sentence, but you guys know what I mean. It is very important, guys, once the battle happens, to see these immortals shoot at stalkers. They cannot shoot at the adept. If they shoot at the adept, Astrea could be in trouble. They will shoot at the adept, but Harstem does not commit. And then it's obviously okay. Astrea goes for a Warp Prism as unit number 3 and then immediately goes back into immortals. I think it's very smart. Because if Harstem blinks forward now, he could drop a force field. Astrea is going to try to maybe save his immortals with the Warp Prism. But imagine a world where Harstem blinks forward and snipes the Warp Prism. That would be very big. But that is not going to happen by the looks of it. And this is good for Astrea, guys. Very nice pickup by Max Angel. Nullifies all the damage of that entire volley. And he now feels confident enough that he can just go out here. Honestly, Harstem is in trouble. This is not going well for the captain. Double Immortal is up and running. The 3rd Immortal is about to come out. And I think Astrea has defended this like picture perfectly. It's still a lot of stalkers, but killing triple Immortal and a Warp Prism and batteries should be impossible. Unless Astrea massively fumbles. The way that Lamar Jackson might fumble if he goes up against Mahomes. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I think Lamar Jackson is awesome. And he's probably not going to fumble. And it seems that Astrea is not going to fumble either. And Harstem knows that. Game recognizes game. Astrea ties things up after 2. Great cancel on that Stargate, man. Because defending this with a Stargate would have been difficult. Defending this with Immortals and a Warp Prism is a whole lot better. Game 3 will be played on the European server. Short games, but still fun. Thank you to Blonde Master THC. Saying awesome day, Roddy. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I've been live for a solid 10 hours or so at this point. But there is no news that has happened very often over the last 2 months, honestly. I feel like ever since Home Story Cup started, or even when he had the ESL Masters, it's just been basically non-stop. But after Katowice, I think we can chill a little bit. And I just got invited to go to LA. And I don't love going to LA, but hey, if the conditions are good, I'm going, baby. So we've got a tiny holiday coming up. And then we can relax and recover from our streaming marathon. Harstem is ready. Astrea is ready. And game 3 will be played on the European server. Golden Aura is going to be our battleground. Kinda think right now it's time for just a little 2-gate, guys. A little 2-gate expand, take it from there. These guys should be capable of a nice 4 or 5 base PvP with just a crazy amount of Zealots, Stalkers, and then maybe some Archons or Disruptors, whatever they want. That's what I want, and I believe that's what the people want as well.
Round 3. Fight!
Bottom right side of Golden Aura, Max Angel. The man with the coolest name in esports. Representing Maturino Esports, this is Astrea. Top left side, the man who will play his only game here on the European server in Game 3 on Golden Aura will probably look at this as a must-win game. Shopify Rebellion's captain, this is Harstem. Even though I guess Lambo is a bit of the captain as well every now and then. We'll just give it to the man who's known as the captain. I don't know if he still has his captain sound alerts and emojis in the chat, but I'm sure he has some of them. One of my thoughts on wine, I always see you with whiskey or beer. I do love wine. I actually drink most of my wine when I'm not streaming, because my woman does not like beer at all, and she also does not like whiskey. So whenever we watch something on Netflix or TV, when I treat my woman to a fine afternoon of Bundesliga into Premier League, into Eredivisie, into some late night NFL, you know, she's really getting spoiled over here. Then I'm like, honey, go ahead and grab a bottle of wine, and then I drink some wine. I don't know anything about wine. I can't keep them apart from one another. I don't know what's fancy. I don't know what's cheap. I just drink some Merlot and I'll roll with it. I prefer red over white. That's all I know. That's very romantic. That's me, baby. I go all out, okay? I give her the finest Saturdays out there. I'm like, in the morning your man is casting or playing some games. But in the afternoon it's just you and me, babe. And we can watch the Bundesliga, we can watch the Premier League, we can watch the Eredivisie. If there are 2 games at once, I even let her choose. I'm like, honey, you want La Liga or you want Serie A? You know, I'm easy. Anything she wants. As long as it's football. 1 gate fastest fan over here for Astrea. It has gone for a high ground pile and high ground gate. Goes sentry first, well, zealot into sentry. Pretty crazy build. Did not probe scout. Is the zealot scouting though? And it's gonna take a little. No, he changes his mind, and that is great. Now just don't go to the left. Astrea, guys, with the scout that sweet dreams are made of. He's able to empower this. We have an adept that is gonna do its best. We have a stalker that's at home. I mean, adepts do kill zealots very quick. You guys think zealot is gonna empower his target? Yes or no? Say it right now in the chat. Yes or no? Oh, why did it stop? Why did it stop? Why did it stop? I mean, adepts are good. Oh my goodness. If it didn't stop, I think he would have got it. It stopped for a split second. I legitimately think it would have killed it if it didn't stop for a second. That is so close. Holy smokes. Oracle does come out, and 2 stalkers and the sentry are sleeping on the job a tiny bit. Harstem knew it. Okay, mate. Alright, so Harstem is now on the other side of the map with a stalker and an adept, and he's got an oracle out. He could make a second oracle if he wants to. He's already casually killing a bunch of probes here. It's not bad. Paid actor confirmed. That was weird though, no? You saw it. Maybe he just like right-clicked on it again? I don't know. Yeah, I really think that would have made the difference. In the end, the pylon survived with 11 HP. In case you guys wonder. You guys want... Okay, you know what? Fine. If you guys want closure at the end of the Big Brain Bouts, once this best of 5 is over, we can do that again. And we can just right-click and take our hands off the keyboard. If you guys really want that to wrap up a night of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts, we can do that. Morpheus says he needs to know. Always human wants it. If I can get 10 people in the chat who really need closure on this subject, topic of could the zealot have killed the pylon, yes or no, then we can do it. You guys are ridiculous. Alright, fine, we're gonna do it. I do need somebody that can take control of not doing anything. This might be the first time ever where I'm thinking of lethal. I'm like, you know, lethal, I want to resume a game from replay. And you know what I want you to do? Absolutely not. Actually, no, he needs to shade the adept. It can't be lethal. It cannot be lethal. It needs to be someone else, guys, that can shade an adept forward. Alright, let's focus on the game. Harstem has taken the gold base in the bottom left side, as he's on 44 probes. Astrea is going to take his traditional third, not a triangle, but he's going to go up to 3 bases. Revelation landed on the observer, and the observer got attacked, and then the shield battery healed up the observer. For some reason that made me chuckle, because I cannot remember for the life of me that I've seen a shield battery heal up the observer. It's just, that's not an interaction I feel like I see very often. Kind of funny when it happens. Harstem's adept is going to shade into the back of the natural of Astrea, but it's just a bit of a scout. Is he thinking of a blink into the main? He's got blink. His opponent does not. Yeah. Oh, this is great, by the way, guys. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Harstem is like, hey, man, my stalkers right over here, right over here. You should pay attention to my stalkers. And right on that moment, we see 2 Adept Shade into the 3rd place. Very well done. Great play by Harstem, as he has also recalled a whole bunch of probes to the bottom left side. So he now has a fully saturated gold mineral base in the bottom left side. Nope. No. Gold base has not been scouted yet. Wait. Oh no. Oh no. Guys, Astrea had a hallucinated phoenix go through the bottom left side. He did see some units. Yeah, that's correct. He saw some units, but he did not see the gold. He is, however, playing Omega defensive. And I love this. Double Robo Bay. Do we have any Colossus believers in the chat? As now a probe gets sent to the bottom left side. And I think Astrea's like, you're very paranoid about the bottom left. I think he knows. I am a Colossus believer, because Astrea's cool. Yes! Yes! Astrea is fucking cool. None of those disruptors, baby. I really do actually believe in Colossus. I think they're very good, especially ever since disruptors got nerfed a tiny bit. Colossus can gun units down. You have a couple of immortals in the mix. There was a time that disruptors were just way better than Colossus in PvP, but I really like what this game is going for Astrea. We are on the European server, but he is up in workers, and of course I know that Harstem has the gold, but the gold can only do so much. Hey, that ladder game was a banger. I know I read that comment in the chat. I know I was messing up a lot in the first game between Bully and Thriving GG. And somebody said, man, that ladder game really rattled Roddy. And honestly, he's just spot on. That was just one of these games that really sucked the life out of me in a way, but at the same time gave me all the adrenaline and energy. I was just, I was overwhelmed by that game. I was confused, properly rattled. It was a banger though. I don't know why Reina hated it. I thought it was a great game. Astrea has a Nexus in the bottom. Astrea has now officially scouted that Nexus in the bottom left side of Harstem. Are those pylons for absorbing charge lots? Yeah, but also just creates a bit of a choke point overall. I mean, choke points are obviously always good if you are the defender. Look at the captain, by the way. He says, I'm going to take the bottom left, I'm going to take the top right. Interesting expand pattern over here, as Harstem is obviously aware of these Colossus. I think he's going to get a cancel on the 4th, and then he's going to disengage. Yes, there is a cancel. Unless the War Prism can get lucky in the main. Harstem is going to go old school, guys. He says, I still believe in them balls, baby. Couple of disruptors on the way that are ready to fire Purification Novas. What a fun day of video games, guys. Didn't you guys have a good time on the Friday here over on my channel? Started in the morning and we're still going as the clock strikes 11 p.m. I think it's been another memorable one for the books. And so we got double forge and +1 air weapons and a Stargate that has been warped in the main base. And indeed, very early +1. Ooh. Oh no, Astrea, guys, does not have blink. So these Stalkers are stuck. Harstem drops the force field, blinks forward. Now Astrea has blink, but yeah, that's a little bit too late. I know, it's like 30 minutes past 10. Almost 11. Second Stargate and Fleet Beacon have been warped in on the side of Astrea. He's obviously, I think, dreaming of some carriers. Small chance that he goes Tempest, but I don't know if you really want to go Colossus and Tempest. That feels very fragile to me. As Astrea now has Blink, and he blinks forward, and I don't think that the captain really expected that, so he's going to lose a couple of Disruptors, does fire. One good Nova, and he is kind of on top of these probes. Battery Overcharge has been activated. As the Stalkers are trying to keep this base safe. The Stalkers and Zealots are going to go for that battery. Harstem has a Warp Prism. I mean, Harstem is just everywhere at this point. I feel like Astrea has a hard time figuring out where he wants to go. If I was Astrea, focus on defending. You're losing a crazy amount of probes everywhere. Harstem is warping in units left, right, and center. you spend money on double Stargate, +1 air weapons, and a fleet beacon, I think then it's better to defend. Moving out would be a mistake. I think Harstem may be ready to recall again to the top right if he wants to. Harstem looking really good here in Game 3 on the European server. As we have, by the way, completely avoided 3 zeros tonight. Kind of forgot about that, but... back-to-back weeks of no 3 zeros in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. So much better than Masters Coliseum. I'm joking. I love the Masters Coliseum. Well, we had a lot of sweeps there. Harstem is gonna blink forward, get on top of the 4th base again, and battery overcharge is good, but it's definitely not that good. Astrea cannot keep up with the multitasking and the sheer amount of units that Harstem is throwing at him. Every second there are zealots, war prisms, adepts, or blink stalkers and disruptors finding value. And nobody wants to be a 3-base Protoss in a 13-minute game. Fleet beacon is done, and Astrea says, you know what? I'll get a mothership. What are we gonna do with it? Don't know. Maybe cloak, maybe time warp, maybe recall into the main of Harstem. Who knows? 5 stalkers get found over here, and a couple of them do get picked off as the Colossus absolutely have turbulences. They fire from so far away. I really thought that that ball was gonna go off. And Astrea now has a few disruptors too, but it does not go off. 70. Ooh, he finds it. Does he want to blink forward? No. Instead it is Harstem who fires Novas. Harstem is maxed out, and he's doing a very good job in just taking control of this entire map of Golden Aura and keeping Astrea on 3 bases over and over again. What can Astrea do? I guess he can turtle, but turtling will only get you so far. If you look at this minimap, guys, and Harstem is becoming a 6-base Protoss. That's a good Nova. That is an insanely good Nova. And I know Harstem is rich, but Novas like that will always hurt. Now he fires a couple of good Novas himself. I think even no, it was just an Immortal that died. I thought a Colossus died there as well, but that's not the case. Like, Harstem at this point, guys, can get a bit messy, can get a bit sloppy and overly aggressive. It does not matter. The man has the top right, he's got the center base, he's got his own 3rd base, and he has kind of mined out the bottom left, but not really. Because we have no probes here anymore. I don't know what that's all about, but that's okay. Uh-oh, mothership is in the center of the map. That is a good old minus, what is it now, guys? 250, 250, minus 300, 300, whatever it is at the moment. That is absolutely what it was. That didn't do anything. I was excited for a recall, but yeah, that was nothing. Can't believe that they killed my minus 400 meme. How will Roddy and Lambo ever start fighting with each other again over whether or not the mothership is good? As a no, that is a 6 shot by Astrea. And I know that Harstem is far ahead and has a lot of bases, and he can get a bit reckless, but you don't want to do that too many times. And another Nova goes deep, connects with a couple of stalkers. Jeez Louise. I mean, Harstem is rich, guys, but I don't know if we are that rich. Astrea says, you know what? It went wrong, okay? The first mothership, I messed up. I'm a human. I make mistakes. I've got great plans with it. We're gonna see what he's gonna do with round 2. He's got 25 probes on this Nexus. We've got 2 observers that are close to each other. Astrea has a good old army over here that's gonna get in range with the Nexus. That Nova has potential. It kills only 6 probes in the end. The probes is gonna be a whole lot more. Harstem blinks forward though, and he guns down 2 out of 3 carriers. And that is absolutely fantastic. Doesn't matter how many stalkers he loses for that. Look at that Nova too, as the captain says. Another strike for me. Who does it better? I don't know who does it better. Harstem has taken this game by the horns and kind of feels that he's just running away with it as he blinks forward, guns down the last few disruptors, grabs another carrier, grabs the Immortal, and the mothership shows up. He's like, guys, I'm here. I can provide cloaking. As the Colossus just kind of stand here all by themselves, and then now they're attacking each other. This is not going anywhere, guys, for Max Angel. Maturino Esports Australia is in trouble. And I think we are seconds away from this game closing out a time warp. I mean, I feel like that mothership right now is just really trying to prove us that it's useful. It's like, guys, I promise I've got potential. Just believe in me. It's like, man, you messed up rehearsal after rehearsal after rehearsal. Like, I don't know. We just don't see it. It's like, no, whatever happened in the center, forget about it. Yeah, I tried to cloak and I was a little bit too late, but forget about it. Look at me. I can drop a time warp. And it's like, well, doesn't do much, mate. It's gonna cloak the army again. It's like, I promise that I've got potential. I'm useful. Harstem is like, no, you're not. As he's gonna blink forward, gun it down one more time, and that is going to do it. Harstem takes the 2-1 lead after winning the game on the European server. But that's of course the only game that we will play on Europe. We're gonna go ahead and go back to America for game 4. For the last time tonight, guys, I'll take a very tiny break. I'll give the players a split second as well. 2 minutes, and I'll be back with game 4. And that will be the official ending of our marathon day. I'll see you guys real soon. Score is 2-1 in favor of Harstem. Main event of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts, number 48. The winner gets $150, the loser gets $50. So both players will get something for their effort and the fact that they showed up. But will it go to distance or not? I will let them know that I am ready when they are. Oh, long day. But it's okay. It was fun. I had a great time today, guys. Thank you. Thank you for spending your Friday with me and supporting the channel. It means a lot to me. Makes me very happy. You guys can hear the magical countdown that Battle.net provides us with. Hecate is going to be map 4. Will it be Astrea or will it be Harstem? Are we going to get any quick expense? Are we going to have any weird builds? We are about to find out. Here we go.
Round 4. Fight!
Bottom left side of Hecate, Matt Chirino Esports, Max Angel, fighting out of San Diego, California, Astrea. Top right side, we are looking at the main base of the Flying Dutchman, the captain of the Shopify Rebellion. 07's in the chat, rise up for Harstem. And Astrea is gonna hit us with a 1 gate on the low ground. Or maybe 2 gates on the low ground, who knows, but at least a pylon on the low ground. Kev obviously had a very long day as well, because Harstem has also been covering a lot of the days of the Masters Coliseum. I don't know if he's been covering all of them. I know, I believe yesterday he was missing and people were asking about it. Where is he? So it's also been a long day for him. And Harstem also strikes me as a guy who wakes up early. Very healthy lifestyle, I think, in general. So I'm sure he had a long day at the office. But he's still playing some mighty fine video games. His internet didn't work yet. That's correct. Speaking of, next week I should be on different internet. Uh-oh. I'm nervous. I have the feeling that I'm going to be severely regretting this. I'm switching over to fiber internet. But my internet, I'm gonna knock it off, has been so good over the last like 12 months. I haven't had a single issue, so I kind of hate changing something if it works fine, but everybody tells me that it's great, and I really hope that I didn't make a mistake and that it will be great. Harstem is gonna go for a proxy pylon. What speed? I have no idea, mate. I don't know anything about that stuff. I don't really download. I don't even upload a whole lot. I upload some recordings to Basilisk, and that is about it. Harstem is gonna hit us, guys, with the proxy robo, as he's probably feeling that Astrea is gonna go for another fast expand, and he was right. And Astrea will go for a fast expand, and he is gonna hit us with a Stargate. Now earlier on Heartlet, Astrea made a Stargate, and he cancelled that Stargate, and then he went robo. Harstem obviously has learned his lesson, and he's gonna keep the probe real close to that Stargate. Build otherwise, I think I like this for the captain. But it obviously all comes down to execution. We see Max Packs win these scenarios time and time again, so we know it's possible. That's different, King Lutu. And when I talk about uploading, mate, I mean like uploading videos, you know. Obviously, I do know that, I guess, streaming you upload something, but to me that's a little bit different. Two adepts are here. Harstem has opened up with a War Prism, and obviously the War Prism will give him the ability to pick up these adepts and drop them in the main and then potentially kill a lot of probes early. The downside of going adepts is that you have a few less stalkers, so it's going to take a little bit longer to get that critical amount of stalkers. Astrea is not afraid of two adepts with his 2 units. As scouted, by the way, big scout here by Astrea. Sees the robo, sees the pylon, and he's going to go for the max specs response of Void Rays and a Forge. So we're going to get a lot of cannons. The three stalkers this early, by the way, is pretty awesome on Astrea's side. I'm very surprised that he has 3 stalkers this early. He doesn't need to cancel his battery, so he can actually fight with all 3. You have to go back right now, Astrea, and he will go back. Harstem is going to drop the Twilight Council. Good start for the man from Match Reno Esports. Does Harstem have a battery? He does not have a battery. But you know what? Astrea does not have a battery either, so Harstem is just going to run into the main base, but the Void Ray is about to show up. Astrea cannot lose that pylon. He knows that. He doesn't want to lose it. That's why he's going to pull all the probes. And this Oracle has so much... No! What are you doing? No! 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 Oh, big mistake, guys. That Oracle could have just gone straight into the main base, activate Pulsar Beam, and kill like 7 probes. And instead, it's just kind of hovering here above a gateway, and it even turns around for a split second. As Astrea was busy microing home. Massive missed opportunity there, but still looking pretty good for him. Don't get me wrong. He's getting cannons, he's getting batteries, he has double pylon here, so it's still pretty good. But it could have been so much better. It's still good, but it could have already been game over. Yeah. It is not game over yet, but I do think that Harstem is in a bit of trouble. He knows that he's in trouble. He's now thinking of maybe going for the main. Astrea supply block, but not for long. Has recalled his Oracle home. That's not a wall of Astrea. And now he's like, I didn't think it was, guys. I just wanted another battery, man. That's all I wanted. Yeah, of course, mate. All right. We'll let you have it. Yeah, the warp gate is close to finishing up. Harstem trying to activate the stasis trap with his stalker. That does not work. Blink is almost done, but can you really blink into double void ray, shield battery overcharge, a stasis trap, triple cannon and battery overcharge? I am very tempted to say that you cannot blink into this. I know a man who would. Patience would. Hero probably would as well. Don't know if Harstem is that man. Cannot activate the stasis trappy. He is trying, but he cannot. And if he blinks into the main, there is another stasis trap there. I hope that he... Oh my goodness, I don't think he knows, guys. I don't think he knows. He's moving the stalkers around, and we're about to blink into the stasis trap. Or yes, no, maybe. Oh no, you can't. He sees it, I think. He's still gonna blink. Oh my goodness, and he's outside of range of the stasis trap, but now he's gonna run into it. He kills the Immortal, but 6 or 7 stalkers get frozen into the stasis trap. Don't shoot at your own units, Astrea. There's no need for that. And now the Oracle is going to make his way back to the other side of the map. No shield battery this time around. We don't have to that bad boy home. And this is what I thought was going to happen the very first time. And Harstem knows that his stalkers are in trouble, so he's just going to blink everything back, but he cannot win this fight. GG gets called. Astrea with a perfect hold in the end. Sends us to Game 5. The rubber match. More Starcraft. A 3-1, a 3-1, a 3-1, and a 3-2. I think that's a pretty good night of video games. Yes, Ronsky. So if you blink, and blink is on cooldown, and then you walk into a stasis trap, the cooldown stops. Wherever that pointer may be, it stops. So you cannot just blink away immediately. No. The moment that the stasis trap is done, only then the cooldown will get going. But obviously, that often means that you're going to lose each and every single stalker. He owns a mid-macro game. Why the one base all in? Well, it could have something to do with the fact that he just really believed in the one base all in against the low ground pylon. It could also have to do with the fact that the macro game that he won on Golden Aura was on the European server. This is on the American server. But I think the biggest change is just the low ground pylon. The low ground pylon changes everything. And that is why Max Specs is such a stud in PvP. Roddy, you're on the roll with these matchups. I don't want to say it, I'd rather have you guys say it, but I think the last 2 weeks, we've kind of been on fire. You know, you guys thought I lost it, but I don't think I lost it at all. I just took a break, baby. Here we go. Absolute last game of the day.
Final round. Fight!
First probe gets sent to the other side of the map very quickly, and it seems that we're going to close this Big Brain Bouts out with a banger, with something very unique. What is this? Is this the... I mean, there was an American Protoss player called Playa, but I know that he's not that popular, so I don't really want to talk too much about him, but he had a weird build with a pylon and a gate in the center of the map where we built a Zealot. I don't know if he's going to go full play on us here, but we'll see. This is Matcherino Esports Astrea. Don't do that, Echo Soldier. Please don't. No, that is so insane. I cannot. In the bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of the Flying Dutchman representing the Shopify Rebellion. Can he bring it home? Get a W here in Game 5 and walk away with $150. That is, of course, provided to you guys and to the players by Basilisk. Give them some love. Exclamation mark Basilisk in the chat or BBB. And there are plenty of ways to show Basilisk some appreciation for allowing me to run this event every single Friday. I could not do it without them, guys. I do not have $500 that I can give away every single Friday. So please show some love to my work. This is Shopify Rebellion's Harstem. You know, all memes aside, this really is kind of what that guy used to do. That guy being Player. You know, Max Max his fast expand. No, that's not the same. This is kind of what he always did. At least when I lived in America. You know, you hate him or you love him. I think very few people love that guy, but you hate him or you love him. This is kind of his build as far as I'm concerned. So then you do gotta give him a tiny bit of props. Harstem wins the probe fight, but loses his own probe as he warps in temporarily a third pylon here just to keep that Zealot at bay. What the hell is this build, man? Astrea is just so wild, isn't he? He is just so wild. Someone is asking me if he's going to take the very rich Vespian guys base. I don't think that's the case. But I also have no idea where this is going to go. I mean, now he's going full ruddy. Maybe we make like one Oracle and then we're going to spam Phoenix Robo? Like, I don't know, man. Crazy stuff over here in Game 5. And I have no idea who I should favor this for. This is just not stuff that we see very often on this level. A Zealot and a Stalker. I'm going to keep the natural of Astrea safe for now as his Oracle is quick. Harstem does not know about the proxy Stargate. Harstem does not know about the proxy Stargate. And last game we had a missed opportunity with that Oracle and Harstem is... Okay, he does have a shield battery. It's going to be in time. Is it going to be in time? That is going to be awfully close. I think that the Oracle can kill a couple probes, like 4 or 5, before that battery is ready. And let's see. Here is the battery. Here is the Oracle. The Jaws soundtrack activated. Well, it's only a single probe so far, so that's actually incredibly well timed by Harstem. Could have been so much worse. 2 probes end up dying. Battery overcharge even gets activated to make sure we don't lose any more. Man, what a battery by the captain. Now we are looking at the battery of Astrea that is also come to finish up at a picture perfect moment. 2 stalkers in the right spot. I mean, these guys are good at video games, eh? It's like, if you're like 2, 3, 4 seconds late there, guys, it's game over. It is maybe not very fun. I don't know about that or revelation, but okay. Astrea has cranked out a Phoenix. Harstem has also cranked out a Phoenix. Needs to be very careful that he doesn't lose the Phoenix fight. He's on the hunt. He called this build Noah's Ark. Just a couple of everything. Don't take this fight. Harstem cannot take this fight because there's a battery there. Needs to be very... Oh, did he just miss the revelation? No, he did not. I thought he missed the revelation. It's easy to miss a revelation, guys. That happens to the best of us. Harstem is here with a lot of stalkers. Don't forget that he is the one who unpowered the gateway of Astrea. And Astrea has gone for an observer, but he doesn't really need an observer here, guys. What Astrea needs is an immortal, and Astrea does not have an immortal. So Harstem is here, Phoenixes are battling, Oracles are shooting at crap. Lord knows what's happening. What I do see is that there is one pylon powering the Robo, and that Robo is going to get unpowered. And that just means that Astrea is in so much trouble. He does have a battery, and he's going to use battery overcharge. A low HP Phoenix goes for the lift. He saves the Phoenix, kills the Stalker. Sick. Actually sick.
Sick. So sick.
Legit. So sick. I can't believe that he got away with that. As he is still microing his Stalkers. Gets a shot or two off on the Oracle, but he cannot kill the Oracle. Astrea just needs to repower his gates. We are trading out units. Astrea is also in a lot of trouble, and that's why he's going to pull all the probes for a split second. Oh, I don't like that warp in, guys. I really don't like that warp in. The Oracle's going to activate Pulsar Beam. What an absolute clown fiesta of a fight. One of the most hectic and chaotic starts of a PvP that I've seen in a very long time. In the end, Astrea has 3 gates. All of the probes go back to mining. He's going to try to repower his Robo. But Harstem is not done yet. He's got 9 Stalkers. Not all of them are here. Goes forward. One-shots a sentry. Gets the second one as well. We'll lose 1 sentry in return. We need Coco's second overcharge. And we're going to get Coco's second overcharge. This is crazy. But Astrea, you need an Immortal Mage. You need an Immortal, and you need it now. Because Harstem is not done yet, and battery overcharge is about to run out. What are these Phoenixes up to? We have 2 Phoenixes, they're so low on HP. Astrea is temporarily forced to give up on the low ground. This is such a bizarre game. I think it's gonna go Harstem's way, but we are not there yet. Because if that Immortal comes out, obviously things look different. And as long as the Nexus is alive and the Robo is alive, Astrea's got a shot. But he doesn't really have a whole lot more than that. Big Daddy Immortal is here and is going to temporarily push the Stalkers back. The Stargate obviously was on power too. The Phoenixes now lift a Stalker that got warped in. And it's actually easy to kill Stalkers. They got warped in. Did Astrea? Oh my goodness, he plunged forward. Harstem decided to blink forward and gun down the Immortal Astrea. The action just does not slow down over here. But he's still probing up at home. He is resetting the unit count. And Astrea is going to have a very hard time keeping these Nexus alive. I think the only thing that can keep Nexus alive is Coco's third overcharge. That's unbelievable. Not one. No, and he's blocking his own Immortal with a slow warp, and I can't believe it. Never go full NA. And Astrea has gone ultimate full NA as he blocks his own Immortal from participating in the fight with a slow Stalker warp in. And that will do it. Harstem wins the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 48. And can you believe what we just saw? What a clown fiesta. Unbelievable. Harstem wins the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts main event number 48. And if you guys ever wonder, what does going full NA mean? This right here, guys, as we try to save a Nexus with battery overcharge, is full NA. A slow Stalker warping that's gonna block your Immortal from participating in the fight. I mean, I don't know if that's what decided the outcome, as obviously Harstem was cooking and Harstem was all over Astrea and he was doing damage and he was kind of winning, but that is just one hell of a way to wrap up the series. Wow, what a night of games, guys. What a night of video games. Jeez. I will settle the prediction and then we can do the resume from replay. If anybody wants to do the resume from replay, we can do that. Shout out to Astrea for playing. He will get $50 for participating in this edition of the Big Brain Bouts. Harstem wins the main event. He's going to walk away with $150. Thank you so much to BASILISK for giving us another BBB. And 10 more subbies. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll settle this prediction. Now, oh wow, this was a perfect split, by the way. 1.7 mil against 1.7 mil. And it went to distance. That's when you know you got a good main event, by the way, guys. If this is what it looks like, that's crazy. And it is Harstem in the end who wins the main event. Yeah, we're going to do the resume from replay for the pylon. So, first, guys, we have to do 2 things, okay? I mean, this day has already been so long. I can't believe I'm doing this, but let's just do it. So we have to do 2 things. One, we're going to take a look at when we have to resume the replay, and then we have to resume the replay. We don't normally do interviews, guys, in the Big Brain Bouts because we finished rather late. Like, Harstem had an incredibly long day. He did Masters Coliseum, and he woke up early, probably ran like a quarter of a marathon. Loco runs half a marathon. I think Harstem does like a quarter of a marathon every day. You know, let the boy rest. We'll do an interview with Cap on a different day. One day we'll implement interviews in the BBB as well, but today we're gonna let Harstem just enjoy the victory, spend some time with Irene, and let him enjoy the win. So we're gonna do the resume from replay with the Zealot. I think that a perfect time to resume the replay is here, right? Can we all agree that 2:43 is a good time to resume the game from replay? So we're gonna do that. 2:43. And then I have to switch my details. Default, and I will do watch with others. And now I need somebody. Tommy gun. Where are you at? So now I need a gamer. Now I need a gamer. 2:43, 2:44. I am looking for a gamer to join channel RotterdaM. Anybody? I see Dakila is here. If he wants to do it, we'll get the Dutchman in there. The man who destroyed Vicky in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts Open. We'll never forgive him for that. Resume and Harstem shade so you don't change that. Sure. We will do that. I'll do my best. Yeah, I know, F. Garcia. It's been a long time, mate. And there are still people out there who think I don't do enough. One day, this is gonna get the best of me. But until that day, we'll go strong. Where do I resume from replay, by the way, guys? Where do you do that again? Do you do it here? The arrow? It's been a while since I've done this. Rainer was in charge the other day when I did it. Okay, so somebody said, do it when Harstem shades. Alright. So I think 2:48, Zealot already attacking the pylon is what we're gonna do. I will be Astrea and Dakila is Harstem, okay? It goes immediately. Just so you know.
Justice be done.
Okay, so now I right click and I didn't interfere with the attack. The probe, yeah. I don't think the probe was there, right? I don't think the probe was there. He attacked, yeah. No. The probe didn't fight. We go again. No probe, because the probe did not fight in the game that we watched, I think. So we're gonna just do it again. It's okay. No biggie, guys. Dakila. Watch the whole thing first. Can we watch the thing and then go back in the replay? That's the thing, right? Alright. Let's just see. Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna watch and then we go back and then we resume. That's what we're gonna do. Easy. Yeah. You're really invested in this now. Alright. Let's see what the pros did and then let's see what we can do. The good news is, by the way, guys, that this is happening 2 minutes into the game. The other day, I resumed the game from replay with Rainer, but that was at minute 19. So then you have to watch the replay 3 times till minute 19. Alright, so let's see what the boys did. There is a Zealot that is attacking. The probe is here. No, oh wait, we are watching the wrong replay. God damn it. No, I'm an idiot. This is not the game we need. We need the original game, guys. We need the OG game. This is the one we need. Wrong replay. Happens. It's okay. Oh, now I did it without Dakila, but that's okay. Let's just take a look at it. I know he's watching the stream. It's fine. It's fine. See, this is why I don't normally say yes to this stuff, because it's never done in like 2 minutes. It's never done in 2 minutes, but it's okay. Alright. So this is what happened when the boys were playing. Zealot finds it. Zealot finds... Yep. Probe. Oh. And let's just see. And here there is a moment where the Zealot does not attack. And what we wonder... I mean, it's just the Adept. It's nothing else, right? So what we were trying to figure out is if the probe... so no probe. And it's just the Adept. That's it. That's what we're going to do. I know, Rainer. I know, mate. So no probe. And we resumed from replay when the Zealot shades. You think it was just an animation bug? I don't think so. But let's see. Maybe you're right. Just resume right before the Zealot pass? No. Because I don't know if he right-click on the pylon or if that is like a close click and an attack move. So I just want to make sure that my right-click does not interfere with the Zealot attack animation. I'll get it, don't you worry. So 248, like we go right when... I think we can go here. Yeah, this is good. I will be Astrea, because Dakila cannot possibly not mess up a Zealot attack. He will be Harstem. Alright, you guys ready? Here we go.
My meditation is over.
I right click. On a perfect time. No, not the probe! Fuck off with your probe. Don't make me go through this again. Oh my goodness. So how much HP? Okay, so in the real game it was 11. In our regame it's 4. So it did change. It went from 11 to 4, but not enough to kill the pylon. So it went from 11 to 4, but not enough to kill it. Alright, well, you guys wanted closure? Here you have closure. So this changes nothing. No, it did not change anything. But now we know. Could you step aside? Yeah, but that's not the point. The point was that the Zealot was like, ugh. Of course, the probe could have helped. The Zealot could have moved. We could have built a carrier. That's not the point. The point was, what happens if the Zealot doesn't just stand there? That was the point. So, now we know. And now I'm freaking done with you guys, if that's okay. It's been a very long day. It's been a solid 12+ hour day for me. I had more than enough. Thanks to everybody who stopped by. Thank you to Captain Bogusnut for the 16 months. Shout out to all the gamers who participated today. I really appreciate it. I hope they had fun. I think they had fun. Shout out to Basilisk, obviously, for another edition of the BBB. We had our man Bully winning on a very special day for him. 60 buckies go to Bully. 15 go to Thriving GG on his second attempt. Musti, by the way, with a perfect 2-0 record in the BBB. What a legend. 80 bucks for him. 20 bucks go to Heaven. Shameless, the 17-year-old Russian hotshot, showing up in a big way. Played very good, even though we had an incredibly big Widowmine shot. We should take another look at that. I'm sure somebody clipped it, right? And then obviously we had Harstem winning a pretty damn epic main event. Overall, a fantastic day of games. Let's see if any of you guys clipped that Widowmine shot. I'm sure that some of you guys did. Where do I find this? We go to my channel. We go to videos. And then you go to Not videos. You go to clips. Where are the clips, guys? Am I blind? Not featured clips. I want regular clips. I guess just all videos. Filter by. Why did Twitch change this? Ah, okay. Top 24 hours. You know, I actually normally watch it a different way. You guys clipped it. He's paying attention. Aquadol knows about it. Still gonna go for it. Triple CC probes are kind of stuck. Oh, that's 6. And no! Ooh, that's 6. Paying attention. Aquadol knows about it. Still gonna go for it. Triple CC probes are kind of stuck. Oh, that's 6. And no! It's so tiny. The explosion is so tiny as well. And he still won. The man still won, believe it or not. And this is not a smurfing game. It's a very competitive game between two good gamers. But you know what's funny is that this explosion is like rather tiny. It looks innocent. It was not. A lot of people died in the making of this clip. But I've seen much bigger explosions that were way less impactful. 19 probes. Crazy. What a day. What a day. A lot of great moments in a beautiful video game. And that is officially going to be it. I hope you guys had fun. I had a great time. Thank you so much to everybody who stopped by, said nice things in the chat, followed the channel, sub to the channel, and shout out to Air for giving us 4 buckies. Yes, I am cooking today, guys. I will send you guys on over to... You guys can choose... Oh, Cell. Let's do Cell. Let's do Cell, guys. He caught a couple strays today. He wasn't even there. He's not aware of it. And I just have one request. Can you guys please tell him that we had an amazing day of games and that I was just really nice to him. Whenever the Terran did something great, I mentioned Cell. That's all I want, guys. Have a great weekend, everybody. I hope you guys had a fantastic Friday. Much love. Peace. Bye-bye.